the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare. She can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
Hi, everyone. Let me take Candace down here. Hi, how are you doing today? Let me give myself a little bit of God said, let there be light. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? And welcome to the Thanksgiving show. It's Thanksgiving in America, people, so it is what it is. I try not to celebrate a day where people were murdered. And I try not to redirect my mental health by saying, well, it's just a day where, people gather. Let me tell you something about Thanksgiving and the reason why everybody argues on Thanksgiving. Because it's the day that we're celebrating murdered people. And we forgot that. And so we celebrate because we've been brainwashed to celebrate. And by the way, did you know that Thanksgiving was something that the Indians offered up to the colonizers? Like, even they were taught the art of coming together and giving thanks and all that bullshit. And then the very act of kindness was turned on them. Now, I am not saying this to deter you, right? I have learned that people have a hard time understanding the birth of Thanksgiving, and it's a day of odd loneliness for a lot of people. And so, with that being said, I don't like people feeling lonely. So, I will be celebrating Thanksgiving, Murderous Indian Day, Native American Day. Oh, look at that. With Richard and John there. Even I can give in and see the greater good for others, even if I don't necessarily agree. Hi, Yequan. Hi. Hi, Rico. How are you? Hi, El Williams. Now, I will celebrate Thanksgiving by working. I feel that's a service to others. So, as a psychic for many years, I doubt if I've ever taken a Thanksgiving off. And not do readings. Like, there are just some things for me. Like, there has to be a way that I could give back. And I know I stand on my high horse. Nobody's on my train. I get it. And I still am on this train. So I work every Thanksgiving. If I can work Christmas, I do. I used to work out of a store and would be open and I would go to work. Hmm. Good, good, good. I'm alone on Thanksgiving, but I feel really good. Good. And we will be together for today. How's that? So I made some iced coffee. It feels like it has some vanilla in it, but it doesn't, but it's really good. All right, y'all. Um, I thought today would oh, hi Brown Sugar. How did I miss you? Hi Brown Sugar. Hi Incognito. She always has to put it now. I know who you are now. Hi, One Deep. Oh my goodness, I don't know how I missed you all. Okay. Oh, I don't have my. Oh, yes, I do. I thought today would be an excellent day. Hopefully the news is slow. Hopefully, black entertainers won't have too much drama today. Because I've been wanting to do Candace, but I didn't want to see the very thing that she posted. And I also didn't want people to think that I would want this, right? Or I didn't even want to post it because when you post something like this in a weird kind of way, you could be, especially when you're a psychic, you could be promoting harm. And I definitely didn't want that to come across, right? So, hold on. So, I was trying to be careful. It said it failed, but it went through. I was trying to be careful on what I did with her. And sometimes, if I think I can't do something well, then I won't even read their energy. So, if you notice, I have not been reading her energy because I didn't want to be participatory in any threats toward her. All right. Um, but we're here. No matter what, we still got here where she feels very much threatened. Um, and posted it on Facebook. Hi, Goddess Mine. So we're just going to take a look and see what the hell is going on and see how we can identify. some psychic truth. How's that? Oh, look at this. L. Williams says, this is my first time in years being home on this day. Always working in another state. See? I feel blessed to be home with my family. Oh, I love that. Especially since you've always worked the holidays. Good morning, Goddess Mine. She says, good morning, chat. Oh, Yolanda. Hello, sweetie. Happy Thanksgiving, Miss Tracy. Blessings to you. Thank you. I honor that. And blessings to you as well. Hi, Michelle Bell. Greetings, Tracy and chat. All right, guys, let's get started and let's look at Candace's situation at hand today. Let's see if I go backwards. Should I go backwards? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me make sure I have all of them up here. I thought that this one was important. Done. Hopefully. All right, we're going to go backwards.
Like Candance Owens or not, these past couple of weeks have really shown me how hard she goes for the things that she believes in. And when it comes to the way that she's been standing on business, trying to figure out the truth with what's going on and kind of uncovering how we are not being given authentic information, how we are kind of being lied to, has just been absolutely mind-blowing. But furthermore, it really has shown me how somebody's life has turned into a campaign, how somebody's life has become a spectacle, because this man has not even been able to rest. Some people say he's not even gone. But the way that Sister Girl is on a podcast, like the fact that Candance Owens is the one that is advocating for truth, that is exposing text messages, and even though she's not speaking out against his loved ones, it just seems like she is going harder than the people that you would have expected to go so hard about this man passing. She just seems to be the only one that's actually focused on uncovering the truth, whereas everyone else is focused on moving forward to what's going to happen with his legacy or what's going to happen and who's going to take over. The man hasn't even been gone long enough. Now they're talking about an all-American, what is it called, halftime show for the football. Where is the mourning period? Where is the like, oh my goodness, his kid, like where is the period of like, we need to take a break and take space to heal and just go through the motions? Like even Candace, after having gone as hard as she has in the last couple of weeks, said, I'm going to take 10 days off because I need to take a second to actually mourn. I need to sit with this. Whereas everybody else has just turned this into a debate about sides and who he was with and what he really was advocating for, and the fact that he loved these people and not these people. This has just become a charade. But Candance Owens, whether you like her or not, whether you are a fan or not, going down her rabbit hole, like I already was sold when it came to the Brigitte Macron situation, when it came to everything that was going on with the book, with Colleen Hoover, I forgot the people's name, with Justin Baldoni. But this whole situation has just uncovered a different level of the way that she advocates for the things that she believes in spite of the fact that it could be unsafe, in spite of the fact that people may not agree with her. Sis will stand 10 toes down. But let me know your thoughts on this whole debacle, because it really just goes to show you, I don't know if it's because we're in the era of social media, but what happened to just mourning somebody? Like, how do people move on so fast to where they're focused more on the company than the person who built it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you don't know what I'm talking about, save this video. Go look into her past couple videos the last couple weeks. It'll open all the doors. Anyways, this is all alleged, just my personal opinions going based off what I see online. Can't confirm or deny anything. Don't want to misinform.
And she's absolutely right.
We go. You guys, Candance Owens just posted that someone's trying to kill her. And not just anybody, the Macrons and the entire French government. She says, 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information they gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. What the hell is going on? She also states, further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. But it gets even weirder. You guys, a year before, to the date, someone actually made threats to kill Candance and her family, according to the New Jersey District Courts. And this person was identified as Haim Braverman, and then a year later, Charlie Kirk dies. Coincidence? Let's keep going. I mean, it is kind of weird. If you Google French intelligence agents or assassins, you get stuff like this. French ex-spy suspected of Congo plot shot dead in the Alps. Like this, French intelligence agents charged in alleged murder plot. Not to mention, remember that Candance said that Macron's wife, Brigitte Macron, is a man. So if all this is true, it really makes you wonder if that is true as well. And once again, Candance is dropping breadcrumbs for us to pick up because she posted all this on the anniversary of JFK's assassination today, November 22nd. You can't make this shit up. Make sure you guys get into my Telegram and my YouTube, The Maverick Approach. But as always, let me know what you guys think below.
You know, this kind of reminds me of Virginia Giuffre. Like, why is she dead? And I know they want to talk about suicide, but I want to know why she's dead. Because Andrew, Macron, like, what are we doing here, people?
Believed that Brigitte Macron was a woman, and I'm telling you she isn't. Brigitte Macron did not exist for the first 30 years of her life. There is no proof that this human being existed for 30 years. Brigitte Macron was actually born Jean-Michel Trogneux. That is the person that you are seeing in this photo here on the far left. Brigitte at first fathered her 3 children and then transitioned into a woman. They even found a series of photos of when Brigitte was a teacher, and she chose to bizarrely cover her neck with a scarf for virtually an entire year. And they're like, this is the exact time that Brigitte got the Adam's apple surgery. I would stake my entire professional career on the fact that Brigitte Macron, the current First Lady of France, was born a man.
Yesterday, the Trump administration shut down all of the fake news stories. News reports that Kash Patel will be fired on December 15th. Nope, Trump thinks he's doing a great job. Media reporting that Doge has shut down. Nope, fake news, they're going to be back on Friday. Marco Rubio entered the chat to report that NBC is 100% giving you a fake story about the war in Ukraine. Vice President J.D. Vance doubled down that the media is lying to you. But when it came to the biggest story in the world, that the French government has put out a hit on Candance Owens, all we got was... Which makes me wonder, if they went on a campaign calling out the fake news and they didn't call this fake, does that mean that it is in fact true? If so, that would further legitimize all of the claims that Candance Owens has been making about Charlie Kirk's assassination. But if they do that, it would put their guy that's doing a great job in a really tough position. No matter what, our intelligence and this administration should be addressing Candace's claims, but they should especially be doing it when they're going out of their way to debunk every other news story that is out there. So, is there a reason they aren't addressing this story? Or are they just what the French call les incompetents? As always, I want to hear what you think about all of this down below.
What do you guys think? What's your, I mean, I think we all know, right? We all know where this is headed. What I want to know, and I hope this is a fair question even to Candace, the purpose of knowing that Macron's wife is a transgender is what? What is that relationship to America? What is that relationship, that information to Epstein, to a pedo ring? Oh, by the way, um, Brigitte is probably a part of a pedo ring because she was a teacher and she tried to date her 17-year-old student. So that makes her a pedo. Oh, I pulled too many cards. So check that box off. But I want to know why it matters. And I never really got to understand why Candace has put her head on the neck, a neck on the head. I don't know what the saying is. To mention this information unless it has some relationship in her defiance against Kirk being unalived. Like, is there a relationship? So I'm not sure why she's biting down so hard. But here we are having her bite down, and she is not letting up. She refuses to let up. And okay, I get it. What is Candace's birth date? Let me check something before I start this reading. She has to be a fire sign, right? Is she an Aries? Oh. Oh, she's a Taurus. Her fire sticks out immensely. Let me see if I can get her birth chart. She's April 29th. That's a Taurus. I mean, I always see it as a recipe. Hmm. Look at this here. She's a native New Yorker. Well, what do you know? No, I like her more. Sun is in Taurus. Oh, it's her moon sign. Oh, her moon is in Aquarius. Oh, that makes so much sense. Her moon, Aquarius, is mixing with a recipe from her Taurus, but she's born in April. So there's a little bit of that Aries fire. Oh, between her moon in Aquarius, which is very direct. Remember, Aquarius pours into people. And her ascendant in Leo. That explains the fire. Because I kept seeing the fire. I said, where is this fire? Her ascendant. Her ascendant is the part that you all see. Her ascendant is the part that you'll see, because technically Tauruses are kind of like easy breezy. They don't make noise, right? Even if they're on a podcast. Who's a Taurus on a podcast? And they don't make noise. They'll even rock the fence rather than, say this is right or that's right. Like, they can see both sides of uh, a situation for the most part. It takes a lot for a Taurus to really take a stand and say, no, this is unacceptable. This is not right. Da, 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 da. Because by nature, they are they care about one thing, Tauruses, and please do not mess with their money. All right? And they love family, right? But with the Leo ascendant, it's showcasing her personality so much more. But I also get with her loyalty to Kirk, and Tauruses, when Tauruses love, it's forever. It's when they love, it's forever. And I'm not even talking about marital love, but if they marry, it's usually forever, unless they're like a bum and they need a place to stay, and then they do know how to manipulate. And okay, I'm going off on a tangent. They love forever. Candace's adamancy about how her man died is forever. Like, she has to take this to the end of the road. She has to. And this isn't about losing, guys. This is about I love forever. So she's the type, I'm not going to meet you on the other side unless you know I did everything here. Candace is one of those bad movies where the child gets kidnapped and the child's father or mother goes out their way to find their child and will kill anybody. Not that Candace is killing, I'm saying like in a movie. So now I get her personality. The Leo in her is what makes her shine bright. She is known all over the world in the beginning for all the wrong things. Now she's at a wake up call, and she's known all over the world for trying to auto correct somebody killing her original man. Oh, is that okay? I didn't understand that. All right, I'll just say it, but I don't know if I hadn't heard anything, but I'm not discounting what you say. I've been hearing Candace's husband is a queer and a crossdresser, but that she's a beard. I think her obsession with calling out the French wife was because Candace's husband liked trans women. This is according to Goddess of Mine. Okay, I'm not. I don't know. Chi Chi Baby Cutie says the French journalists reached out to Candace because they were silenced on their piece about Macron. Is that how this whole thing started? Hi, Sissy. Is that how this whole thing started? She has Caribbean roots. Oh, I like that she has Caribbean roots. I like that. All right, let's take a look. What's around Candace Owens? What is around Candace Owens? I pray, God, that I am doing the right thing by doing this reading. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Candace Owens. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Candace Owens is your child, Father God, is your love, is your beloved. Please, Father God, authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. Ashe. All right. So Candace is Candace is Candance is hurting herself by constantly poking the bear. And it has gotten to the point where she has forgotten that she has a family to live for. I believe this is Macron. I believe Candace has been like this from a child, but you know what this kind of reminds me of? You ever see that movie? I forget the name of the person because I don't remember actors' names, but she was. Hold on. You okay? You okay, Mama? Ah, you know what? The fuck's with you? All right, it's what it is. Still don't trust. Okay, I want everybody to not tell me today in this reading how much you all don't trust her. I want y'all to breathe. It's okay. I trust you, and I trust so many people that don't trust her. Just let me get through the reading because I don't want to get affected by everyone's disdain for her. Because I do want to say, like, okay, if you had your man cheat on you and you're not ready to leave that man, you're going to forgive the man, right? So if you forgive a man that could cheat on you, as an example, or a woman that can cheat on you, we can hold space to allow Candace to change. I think this is girl on girl hate. And this happens often. It's almost like a man is cheating on you, but you blame the woman. Well, she knew, he was married. And it's like, no, your motherfucking man knew he was married. Like, how do we literally go past the man? So to me, this universal hatred for Candace um, is too much for me to handle. I'm not asking you not to hate her. You have a right to feel the way you want to feel, but I just don't understand that you can forgive others in your world and no one can forgive Candace. Like, I don't get that. I want to be able to see that she is bringing about change, that she made a mistake in the beginning, but she got slapped in the face with the mistake. And now she's looking at her whole life and she's recognizing this is some bullshit. So I want to give her grace. I want to give her my public grace. I was not a fan of Candace. And rather than spew my hatred for her, I just kept quiet because I have to figure out what God is trying to tell me. And God never told me anything that could make me like rise up against her and fight her. Like, that's not what God impressed upon me. In fact, God just gave me nothing. And if God gives me nothing, I can't do a reading on her. Even though she was very, very public. Like, I can't do a reading on her if I'm not getting information from God. Now that this whole situation has come and I'm watching her recognize that she was in a bed with wolves, I have to allow her to grow from what she thought was okay. But there is a side of Candace that doesn't make sense. But if it's true that Candace has picked up this bandwagon about Macron being gay because the media inside of France would not let them talk, then I get it. But I also don't understand why a black woman has to save the day, which we always do, which I don't get. Is this Macron? Does anybody know, is Macron a fire sign? Are you trying to kill my protective eye, bitch? Leave my protective eye alone. Look, look. You got all of these you could play with if you wanted to. Oh, okay. It's a waiting period. It's a waiting period. Candace making a public announcement about the French CIA coming for her might have saved her life. But Candace, I do want to say, I feel like I still feel like maybe you need to be careful, because if they don't come for you, they're going to come for your husband. I definitely feel like there's going to be a setup. I don't know if it's going to be with Candace or if it's going to be with her husband. But I do feel like the setup is maybe jail or picking her up. Um, um, to put her in jail. I think Candace should leave the country. I think Candace needs to go into public hiding and still speak from her YouTube channel. You know, we're just in a day and age where nobody can hide. And that's the scary part. Nobody can hide. Like, everything is followed. Like, our IP addresses tell people exactly where we're located, right? But of course you could VPN on a really good VPN. Nobody can find you. Um, the good part is that Candace does have people heading her off, trying to protect her. You know, it feels like the people for her are going to be like Harriet Tubman, like, come here, hide here. Or Anne Frank, like, hide here, but we know the story how Anne Frank ended. It's her love for Charlie Kirk, that has made this much more palpable. To be honest with you, they didn't think Candace was that important, like, not that important. They're like, okay, fire her and then she'll shut up. Um, Nobody really expected for her to pick up this bandwagon on this long lost lover of hers. Oh, why am I not putting this down? Oh, goodness. Candace will continue to fight, even though I think she's going to be in hiding. And then there will be some movement forward. I don't know why I feel like Candace is going to leave the country. I feel like that. Um, I think she could stay quiet for a bit, but I also think that, I want to say it's ego, but I don't think it's ego. I think it's her anger is going to make her come back anyways. I feel like she's going to be like, I think she had to travel. And I couldn't understand what she posted on Facebook. I was like, that's weird. But I feel like she had to travel. to get her and her family out of the line of fire. What's Macron's sign? Yeah, I think I feel the same way, Jala. Like, I find her compelling, but I don't know what to make of her. She gets up to 114,000 Oh my God. That's some shit right there. Oh, it canceled. Let me see. What? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I meant, hold on a second. I meant 11:30 Eastern. So it is 10:54. 10:54 right now. All right. Somebody wanted a reading from me and they're out of the country and I didn't see the message until it was time for me to come on and do my show. So I'm like so disappointed in myself that I didn't check my messages. Okay. Oh, Macron. Macron Prime Minister birth date. December 21st. Yeah, we did talk about this before. He's borderline Sag Cap. Um, I have to tell you, Macron's not going to be in office much longer, Candace. And once he's out of office, he loses power. Once he's out of office, he is going to cover up himself. You won't have to cover yourself up. But I do want to tell you guys, whenever the Fool card comes up, oh, thank you, Chi Chi. Speak the truth, Tracy. Totally agree. Oh, thank you. There is something about Macron being gay, because the Fool card in the tarot is my gay card. All right, it's my gay card. Sometimes, if I need to be very specific with women, my High Priestess is also a lesbian card. But half the times it's hard to figure. So my Fool card is my lesbian, gay, transgender, LGBTQ card. That's AI plus. That's my Fool card, right? So opposite Macron, who shows up in true form, is his wife. I don't know if his wife is a sword or what. I don't care. But this is the wife. This is the cover up. And this is the Fool card. And they have been fooling people for years. And the part that they're really fooling people about, because here's, breathe, Tracy. Here's the thing about Candace exposing and talking too much about Macron. Macron is connected to Epstein. It was never about his wife. It was about the can of Pandora's box that is being opened by Candace speaking too much. It's not about, is your wife a man or a female? It's about Macron's connection to Epstein. With that being said, does that also mean that Brigitte has a connection to Epstein? Macron, the prime minister, was pedoed as a child. And Candace keeps bringing this up. They could handle, oh, girl, please. My wife is my wife. They could handle that, but they can't handle the fallout that could come out of the knowledge, the fact that this woman pedoed this man when he was just 17 years old. Now, as a woman, y'all, not y'all, I'm not talking about y'all, I'm talking about the other idiot y'alls back there. Y'all seem to think it's okay unless it's your child. Well, you know, it was a boy, little girl, a grown woman. But if it's a man and a little girl, like Epstein, like Andrew, then we could see it better. But no, this is just as bad. He was 17 years old and nobody had a right to take him down. And then to marry him, maybe the marriage was a blackmail. Maybe the marriage was like, well, now you want to be in politics, like you can't come out as gay, especially back in the day, right? You can't come out as gay, so I might as well just become a woman, and then you won't have a problem. And remember, transgenders back in the day look like transgenders. The transgenders of 2025, they look more woman than me. Like, they are beautiful. My point to you being, I'm sure this bitch had a lot of operations, which is why she keeps hiding her face. Like, um, this card tells me that Macron is gay. That's what this card tells me. Macron is gay, and his wife made him gay. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I don't think, I do believe, Candace, that Macron is a transgender. I believe that she kept her member. And that's another scandal. Like, it would be one thing, like, if you're like that Jenner woman, Caitlyn Jenner, although it's not a good example. Caitlyn Jenner claims she took off her member, but I'm telling you, a grown man in their 60s would never take off their member. It's too thick. You would never take off your, never. So Kate Jenner still has her member. I believe that Brigitte is trans. I believe Brigitte is a pedophile. I believe Brigitte took Macron when he was a young boy. And I believe Brigitte still has her pointer. She still has her member. And for all of that to get out would be historically disabling for Macron, who has built his career on the respect of his name. But now the French want to kick him out anyway. So Macron, you should just leave. Macron's leaving. And I do believe that he is going to leave in disgrace. I think Candace is speaking for a lot of the French people. They don't like him, and they couldn't understand why they didn't like him. And now they realize he was a phony, was always a phony, however, good looking phony, but no. So Candace, I think, is going to be okay for right now. I don't know what right now and 6 months from right now could be, but I'm not getting that they are actually going to win in taking her down. That's not what I'm getting. I do believe she has to go into hiding, though. All right. I think I pulled too many cards and I get this Chariot card, which tells me let me see what the Chariot tells me. It means she gets to move forward, which is the reason why I don't see anything happening to her. Um, Progress through balancing opposing forces. That's the Chariot, which is exactly what she's going through right now. But being steadfast with a clean purpose or willpower, um, there is success and there's also inner peace. Um, Self discipline, a lot of conflict of interest, Candace, but triumphing over all these obstacles, charging ahead through struggle and conflict. Candace will not stop. She's a fucking Taurus. When the Taurus puts their horns down and they hate you, has nobody ever dealt with a Taurus? Nicest people ever. I mean, you can't have a better friend in a Taurus. You can't have a better son in a Taurus. You can't have, well, husband. I'm a reserve because I think like no man is a good husband, but it's me. Because I think everybody cheats, but I want to say you can't have a better husband in a Taurus. But some of you have had some really good husband Tauruses, right? So you do know what I'm saying. And a Taurus likes to have a peaceful life. They literally just want to get up, eat, go to work, eat, come home, eat, have a hobby of something. They don't mind having a hobby, you know, a snack before bed, go to sleep. They are disciplined, mentally humbled people. Fuck with their loved one, and they will finish the story different than you ever thought who you thought they were. Like, oh, I didn't know that was in you. You about to find out what's in a Taurus. And that's Candace right now. And that's why I don't want to beat her up, because I think I'm understanding her from a Taurus perspective. And I think she was made passionate by white society. But I also think in her past, she hasn't been well received ever by Black society. And that could have been her fault. I'm not saying we're to blame. Like, fuck that. I'm saying there are just some things in life that could make you be like, Black folks don't like me so much. What I also want to offer Candace is that she is spiritually intuitive. And even though she picked the wrong side in the beginning, she's still spiritually intuitive. She's still in tune with God. And so her heightened sensitivity has now kicked in. Her divine connection has now kicked in. And I just don't see her taking her out. Like, I just don't see it. But I'll check again. I could be wrong, and I don't want to be wrong, but maybe I'm so biased in not believing that this could happen. But I think at this stage of the game, if they take her out, Macron goes down. Um, um, I, Candace, they do want you gone, though. Damn, they want you gone so bad. Oh, Candace. And if you're not gone, they want you in jail. So, Candace, what could they get you on? Because they want you to fuck up out of here. And I have to tell you, I think it's America and the French. They want you gone. Um, Hmm. I get the Queen of Swords, I get the Sun, and I get the Five of Swords. Oh, now I get it. Oh, Lord have mercy. I get the Queen of Swords. Let me put it this way: Queen of Swords, the Sun, and the Five of Swords. Guys, if anything happens to Candace, this case is going to get cracked wide open. The French people will turn on Brigitte. If anything happens to Candace, no one will care. There are people right now ready to put out everything that they know. And if something happens to Candace, they will purge. Macron, you will leave in disgrace. The people will try to unalive you. And I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. They will take you down. The people, your French, oh, they're going to become some evil motherfuckers. I promise you. Y'all take Candace down and your country falls. Now, I don't know why y'all just can't ignore Candace. Like, why is that so hard? What in the truth are we talking about that y'all can just not ignore this woman? Take this woman out of her life, and France has no life. And remember, France, you've been through this before. History always repeats itself. That's how you lost the Louisiana Purchase. That's how Haiti won the war against you and won their independence. The Louvre was the beginning of thievery. But it's going to be you all that do this to yourselves. And the people of France will not put up with this secrecy like we Americans do. They are going to go ballistic. And it will not end until your ass is up out of there. And you will leave in disgrace. And don't come to America, because we don't want you here either. I don't care where you go. Don't come to America. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm not saying anything is going to happen to Candace. I'm saying that taking her out is going to be France's downfall. So you might want to call back your goons. Macron. If you're going to fight, fight fair. If you think you want to take her to court in Delaware, come, bitch. Come to Delaware. Come to America. And show us your proof that you have. But if you don't have the proof, drop the fucking case and leave Candace alone. Because you by yourself, you will ruin France. And France is already in financial trouble. This is not going to be hard. It's going to be like tipping off the top and then the volcano shows. Your streets are fucked up. They're built on hollow limestone. The streets are caving. Like, get out of here. Okay. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about you, Macron. I don't care about you. I don't care about your pedo self. I don't care about your pedo Macron Brigitte wife. I don't care that she is still with her member, her pointer. She still has it. You've been brainwashed into a pedophile community. And you've been so brainwashed in a pedophile community that they built you up. This is what the pedophile community does. They built you up. They're like, oh, you're gonna be president of France one day because you're in our community. Like, fuck all of you. So disappointed in this world, and everybody, oh, the volcanoes are erupting. They're supposed to erupt. We're corrupt. The earth is tired. This whole world is ruled by a bunch of pedophiles. I can't anymore. I just can't. I can't. I can't anymore. Hollywood's a pedophile. Um, um, Politics is a pedophile. International is a pedophile. Every prominent country has a whole pedophile ring, and all of it somehow is connected to one man Gates. Is it connected to one man Gates, or is it one pedophile industry? We got the milk industry, we got the agriculture industry, we got the pedophile industry, we got the financial industry. We still got missing little Mexican, Ecuador, blah 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 kids that they took on the other side of American land. They took them. Where are those kids? This whole world is a fucking pedophile. I literally decided to live in a world full of pedophile men and women handlers. Are you kidding me? I can't deal with this. Well, I technically don't see anything happening to Candace. I think, Candace, you should order your movement. I think laying low is important right now. I think Macron is going to fail regardless. I don't want Macron to fail because he took you out. I want him to fail because he's a jackass. And he and his pedophile wife did this to themselves and tricked the whole country of France, you bunch of dummies. Feel stupid now? Wake up. Wake up and do not be afraid of Macron. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I get very passionate when it comes to right is right. I'm sorry. Let's lower the stage. Ooh, I'm tense now. I got to take a pill to like calm down, Tracy. You're too much. Calm down. I know I'm trying, but it's just mortifying. It's just so goddamn mortifying. Calm down, Tracy. All right, I'm not getting it this time. Come on, Spirit, work with me. Nope. Oh my goodness, work with me, Spirit. Give me a show me the card. What do you guys think? Oh, it's not really good. I know y'all think it's good, but it really wasn't. What's your opinion, guys? Call me for your own personal reading, 213-458-7408. I am available today. Oh, look at that. Monk nun. That makes sense because I feel like she has to go into hiding. Selfless devotion and single-mindedness, dedicated to spirit. Well, she does have a single mind, and she is going to run this train through the wall. She will. Like her or not, she is going to complete her spiritual task. Possesses spiritual intensity, devotion. This is her. Dedication, persistence, perhaps wisdom. Ability, able to be single-minded, devoted to a spiritual path or to any work that requires intense focus, including art and business. Celibate conserves vital energy for work and or spiritual practice. Determine whether you have a serious life pattern of removing yourself from the world and personal relationships to focus intently on your spiritual practice of work. That was the perfect card for her. Monk nun. Because although I think she's going to go into hiding, and although I think people are saying, all right, just don't do it anymore, just relax, she's in hiding only to reboot, and she will be back. And she'll be more mad than she was before. All right, guys. Incognito, hope you're not upset with me. I just wanted to really focus. Question is, I didn't even see this. Question is, why is she, I said that, why is she spilling all the tea after the death of CK? I believe she was inside until she was kicked out. I believe she knows a lot, but she's been silent. No, inside, she was a Trump supporter. Then she got kicked out. I can't really confirm if they were having so many conversations, her and Charlie. It was Charlie's job to not drag her in. In fact, there was a moment where somebody said, bring Candace back in. And Charlie said no. He's like, yeah, no. And that's when I feel like Charlie wanted to man up. Like, no, these are my discoveries. I'm going to talk about it. And I don't need Candace to back me up. I need to be the man, and I need to say that a lot of this has to do with the Israel government. And I like that part about him. And I do believe she knew that part. But remember, she's a Taurus, so her Venus energy would let the man take the reins. It wasn't until after he died that she was like, fuck that. Now I'm going to tell everything. That's the way I see it. And I think that's reasonable when you have a relationship and the man has to do his job. Like, we can't be speaking up always and taking over the man position. Yeah, that's right. No, let that nigga do his job. He got him killed, but let that nigga do his job. And he did it. And she gonna finish this. Good. Good, Mahogany. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope, I just didn't want to yell at you. I don't feel like I did, but sometimes the tone can be ugly, and I get that because I don't know always how to handle my word sentencing abilities when I'm heated. So if I did do anything, I wanted to say I'm sorry, but thank you. I'm glad you're fine. Thank you. And I'm sorry. All right, guys, get going. This is some bullshit. Love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright, of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown live the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.